Good morning. How you guys doing? This Mike back with the thought of the day on May 3rd, 2023. First, I want to give honor and praise to the Elohim of Israel for waking me up today and giving me the strength to bring you this message. Now, I'd like to open with the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. May your will, not mine, be done. Today, we're going to talk about cleaning house. Since it's the 5th month of the year, a lot of step 5 information will be coming in the daily reflections. And today they're talking about cleaning house. So I'm going to read from the daily reflections first, and then we chop it up about this subject a little bit. All right, it says, cleaning house. Somehow being alone with God doesn't seem as embarrassing as facing up to another person. Until we actually sit down and talk aloud about what we have so long hidden, our willingness to clean house is still largely theoretical. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 60. It wasn't unusual for me to talk to God and myself about my character defects, but to sit down face to face and openly discuss these intimacies with another person was much more difficult. I recognize in the experience, however, a similar relief to the one I had experienced when I first admitted I was an alcoholic. I began to appreciate the spiritual significance of the program and that this step was just an introduction to what was yet to come in the remaining 7 steps. Wow. I have to admit that I had the same experience when I actually sat down for the first time and cleaned house with another person. Step 5 just says, you, God, and another person sit down in the room and you explain the exact natures of your wrongs. And that's cleaning house. The thing about it is, sometimes when we just admit things to God, we feel the shame, but it's still some kind of, we still feel a little bit of conceiving some things because God knows everything, but nobody else alive might not know what we have going on, so we can still walk around on the earth a little deceptive. But once I opened up and told my first sponsor about everything in terms of cleaning house, the shame and embarrassment, and I felt naked. So at that time, I felt like a little child again. And then and only then was the Spirit able to come into me after we prayed, because I was broken all the way down. See, most of the time we still keep drinking and drugging because we have that shame, guilt, and remorse still inside of us of things that we did or things that happened to us or things that we saw. And until we get all of those things out, until we dig down and get those resentments out, those fears, the people we had harmed, the sexual conduct, until we get all of those things out, we're going to still carry around that baggage. And as long as we carry around that baggage, we're not going to be able to be service for Him because we're still going to be thinking about ourselves. Cleaning house was the major step for me. And once I did that, that vessel was clean, and the Spirit was able to get inside me and was able to operate since that day. I got baptized after that, and that sealed the deal. And then it was off to a new journey. Am I perfect? Nowhere near that. Still go through things. I still deal with things. But in terms of walking around and feeling free to be able to express myself, to be able to deal with different feelings and emotions, is truly a blessing. And that came from actually cleaning house. And it's tough at times when people have to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that's why some people, even after they get baptized, still have a difficult time with staying into their faith and really serving God the right way, because they still have hidden pains and agony and shame and guilt inside of them, and they never clean house. So they walk around with those feelings and they come out in different ways, and then the adversary knows how to attack those weaknesses, and when he attack those weaknesses, it usually draw the person back out of church and away from the flock. And it's a real serious process. It's a humbling process, but if you're willing to take that chance and do it, I really believe that cleaning house can not only help people that are in addiction, but help people get a closer, tight relationship with the Most High. And that's our ultimate goal, isn't it? So, Brother Mike, from the thought of the day, let's clean house, people. Enjoy your day. Shalom.